Welcome everybody. How is everybody doing today? Alright. We're just gonna get started in just a few minutes. All right. Wow. I see we have 7 concurrent viewers. Awesome. All right, so today we are going to be jumping in and installing a Linux distro called Bazzite, which is specifically made to be more gaming friendly, and more importantly, it was essentially there to mimic SteamOS, because SteamOS up until probably like a week ago wasn't available on any devices except for the Steam Deck. Now you can actually install the SteamOS made by Valve. Hi, Paul. I am Rakib, and this is Beaker Games. That's my name backwards because I'm also a scientist, so I thought it would just be a little fun with words. And I don't know why you're my recommended, but maybe because you like Linux. So, yeah, let's hop in. I think the main reason I wanted to do this was because I thought it would be fun to kind of just go through an installation. I, dabble with Linux. I know some shell scripting just a little bit, but I'm not a power user by any stance. And so, yeah, so the reason I the reason I'm picking Bazzite is because they have Nvidia drivers already baked in, so that's actually what I wanted to jump into here. So I already downloaded the ISO, but here, let's see. They have Nvidia available, so I wanted to see how it went. So that's what I did. These were the settings I went with. I went with desktop. I'm running on a 5080. I'm doing GNOME rather than KDE, and I don't really need Steam gaming mode because I'm running it in desktop. So that's my rationale for it. We'll see what happens, right? If it doesn't work, I can try another Linux distro too. But I figured since Bazzite is kind of made to mimic SteamOS, I wanted to see what it would be like. I didn't want to install the SteamOS because that seemed to be more AMD. Hey! I see. Well, I guess this is what the stream is for, right? We'll try it out and kind of see how it goes. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. We can always install... I'll clean off the partition and then start over. Sounds good, yeah. I mean, that's why I wanted to do this, to kind of see what people... to kind of have people have to give an idea of like what this would be like. So I installed the ISO here, and then I also have Rufus, which I mostly use for making bootable And then I will hopefully be able to get into the BIOS and show that to you guys too. I have another camera here to just show the screen in case the screen capture isn't working. So let me know if there are any issues. So I'm gonna start here. Let's just call this. But welcome everybody. I mean, I will try KDE as well. I can try both of them, but I figure I already have the GNOME one installed, so we'll try that, and then we can always switch. I can always switch down the road. All right. All right. Close. And then let's open up this. Let's copy over. I have a second computer, second camera set up so it'll show my monitor in case I can't get the capture card to work correctly for the installation. All right. So while that's working, let's pop over into disk management. So right now, the way I have it set up on my computer is I have two M.2 NVMe's. So I have a Samsung 990 Evo, which is what has Windows right now. So that's my C drive. And then I have my SN850X where I install actually all my Steam games, because in the past I've had random issues, and this is kind of what prompted the installation of Linux too, was I would randomly have issues with Windows, and then I would have to like reset it and just do a clean install again. And so this makes my life easier, because then I just can link Steam to the other hard drive that is untouched by like the actual core operating system. So I could do it on two, but I kind of like this system right now because I kind of like having my game libraries separate, so I don't have to re-download it if Windows shits the bed again. So I'm just gonna shrink this volume and just, you know, it's 2 terabytes. I'll allocate 1 terabyte to each. Let's do. Yeah, we'll do 800 gigabytes for Windows, because if this does work, or actually, let's go the other way. Yeah, let's give 1 terabyte to Windows. How much am I using right now? Yeah, not much. Okay, so let's shrink this. I see. Good to know that Bazzite / Fedora is not super great with multiple monitors. Right now, the way I have it set up is I have 1 monitor for my Mac and then 1 monitor for Windows. And then the capture card, I kind of just duplicate the screen, so maybe it won't like that. We'll hope for the best, but that's why I got the second camera just in case. But we'll see how this goes. Thank you for all the advice. This is great. I'm sure there are many of you guys that are probably more experts at this than I am, so thank you. All right, let me just pause. No worries, no worries. I appreciate the heads up, so I can kind of keep this in the back of my mind if I have any issues. So I will also say, when I was looking at the documentation on Bazzite's website, I turned, well, actually it was already off, but just because they make a note of it, they mentioned to turn off secure boot in the BIOS, so I did that too. Mine was already off, so I didn't really have to. I just double checked, but something to keep in mind, because you have to put in the key if you are using a secure boot called the Universal Blue. We'll see how it goes, but something to mention. So this will be done in like a minute, and then we'll be able to reboot and kind of get this installation started. There is no specific reason that I was copying the ISO directly instead of selecting it in Rufus. Resolution on Windows is 1440p, 240 Hertz. It's one of Asus's base OLED monitors. Here, let's see. I want to check something. That is a good point. I kind of... Oh, right. In their documentation, they, for some reason, suggested, that's why, to make this non-bootable and switch this to GPT and then copy the ISO. So I'm just following what they kind of put. But that's a good point. I haven't used Rufus in a while because I haven't done an installation. The last time I did an installation was Windows 11. They have their own like media software that will make your USB bootable. But yes, for people installing other Linux versions, you can also do this as well. All right, I think it finished. All right, let me make sure I can. All right, we got that in there. We got that, so we can. I see. Oh, that's good to know. Well, if the refresh rate is lower, I will let you guys know. But that would be not fun. I mean, it would be doable for Elden Ring that I've been playing a lot of recently, which is capped at 60 frames per second. Honestly, that's what triggered me to go back to Linux, was that I kept having to end specific tasks that Elden Ring was launching because it kept freezing on me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try Linux. All right, let's reboot this computer and see if this... That's good to know. I have heard of it. I haven't used that in a while. Right. You're totally right. This does make it easy. You know, now that I think of it, I've used Balena Etcher when I've had to do this on Mac OS because Rufus, of course, isn't available. I don't think this should cause any problems, but if it does, then we can always come back and do it in Boolean Etcher. Alright, let's reboot and see what happens. Let me set up, just in case. Ventoy is a good one too. I've heard of that one as well. I haven't ever used Ventoy though. I've used Rufus and Boolean Etcher. Let's do. All right. Let's just minimize this for now, just so it's ready to go in case the capture card doesn't want to be friendly. And let's kind of reboot. I also turned off fast start off in Windows, so it like restarts pretty slow. At least slow in 2025 terms. Well, if the boot option isn't showing up, that means I do have to not use the GBT partition like they mentioned. Well, we'll try again. Sorry about that, guys. Let me make this bigger because I'm just getting no signal from Elgato right now. Gonna hop right back into Alright, let's try this again with the ISO. Good, good. Sure, that's fine. Oh no. It's gonna take a million years, isn't this? You can kind of hide this for now. Have any of you guys played Elden Ring? While I wait for this, I'm curious to know what people's thoughts are. Oh, it's actually going faster than I expected. It's actually, so far, it actually hasn't been too bad. I've gone 2 of the Great Ruins. Honestly, the main bosses, I mean, I've been doing a lot of side quests and powering up and getting good weapons, but, you know, I was actually surprised. I got the Bloodhound Fang Blade and, you know, upgraded it a couple levels, and it's quite powerful. I thought some bosses would be harder than I expected them to. Some of the main bosses I hit in one try just because the weapon is so good. So, yeah, I thought Elden Ring was going to be really, really hard, and it could very well be so far. But so far, it's been pretty manageable. I don't know. Ever since I played Black Myth Wukong, I've been slowly uploading videos on that if anybody's interested. I have gotten this interest in playing harder games. I never used to. How much did I allocate to Vigor so far? 30. I've done 30 and then 26 for Endurance. And then I've been really scaling up my strength and dexterity right now because I was on the Elden Ring wiki and they mentioned that the Bloodhound Fang scales well with both of them. So I've had enough Vigor where like I feel comfortable enough where it's not too bad, and I have some buffer zone. But yeah, I mean, as I've been scaling up that strength and dexterity, man, just like being able to slash people, it's so OP. And the beautiful thing is it has such a big reach that you end up like just, if you jump and then R1 or R right bumper, you just slash like multiple, like, you know, those small enemies in like one shot. It's like incredible. Like sometimes I would feel overwhelmed and I would just like press that. I would like jump and press like the light attack or even the heavy attack, and I was like, whoa. And so now I feel like I'm just going to keep using it until I find something better. What weapons do people like out there in Elden Ring? Also, shout out to the person who mentioned that I should have selected the ISO, because you were totally right. I'm looking through the chat to see who that was. Ah, Abdur Rahman. Thank you. We're almost there. Anybody playing any fun games lately? I feel like it's been a relatively quiet year. Anybody get the Switch 2? I did not. I cannot believe that they did not. The display is not OLED. How do you go in the opposite direction? Once you go OLED, you can't go back. Who made you rage quit? What boss? I'm curious now. almost there. All right. All right. Now, hopefully we can boot. Let me bring back this screen. Because we're going to reboot now. Oh, stop at the center stage. Yeah, dude, I really love the Steam Deck. Oh shoot, oh shoot. Did I get, oh no. I got distracted. God damn it. Isn't this like the worst thing? When you're just like, first world problems. Your SSD's so fast that Windows boots up before you even get a chance to enter the enter the BIOS. God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna start. Yeah, I love the Steam Deck. I got it for Christmas 6 months ago. And I play that. Oh, I actually just beat Ranella today. No way. Dude, the Bloodhound Fang took her out in like five slashes. With like the Ashes of War 5 slashes. So OP. You just dodge the magic and then go in and slash the shit out of her. That's actually pretty funny. I actually just faced her today. And what's it called? The wolf. I'm forgetting his name. Just beat him today. He was so easy. It was 3 slashes. First try. At least Ranella took me a few tries because I had to get used to like the timing of the dodge. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I learned something. Definitely don't do the GBT. Just select the ISO. And let's hop in. Let me actually just see. How's this, yeah, there's just no signal on the capture card. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that decently well. I can try to angle this too differently. Oh. We are in, guys. I'm pumped. I am super pumped for this. Alright. We will do English. Alright. We are going to select our Samsung drive. We're going to go into advanced. And then I think, did we do it done? Yeah, there we go. All right, so now we're going to select our free space and we will allocate. I think the recommended we will do is it ext4. Let me double check. Nope, it is EFI system partition. Let me know if you guys can't see that well enough. Here, let me make sure I can see. Okay. At least on OBS, it seems like it's decent. But if you guys want me to try a new angle, let me know. And then the mount point will be boot.efi. Click back on our free space, add our 1 gig boot partition, and this will be mounted to boot. And that was ext4. And then finally the remaining space will be the remaining space. We're going to do btrfs. I don't have a HDD in my PC. So I actually have a small form factor PC. So here, let me just tilt this real quick. So I have this built in the Ncase M2. So yeah, space is kind of limited. I've really come to love small form factor. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go into our BTRFS volume, and we are going to make a root directory. And then mount point will be that. And then we will add another. This is our var. And finally, we are going to do a home. Yes, I am dual booting it. So that's why I'm doing all this. Oh. I'm sorry that here, let me see if I can fix something. Thanks for letting me know. Here, let's see. Maybe that will help a little bit. I actually be able to... Oh yeah, that might actually be able to show you guys better. Let me know if it's any better. If it's not, I'll try something else. Now I was making a home directory. Var and home. Alright, so I think that's everything. We got our root, we got our var, we got our home. Just checking. Don't worry, this is not live. This is the computer. It's not the camera or anything. I don't know what's going on. Did it just die on me? No, I didn't think it would fail this early. I mean, the mouse is moving. Maybe it just needs a minute. I don't know. Can I not click on anything? Is this where we run into issues with Bazzite already? It couldn't make just simple allocations? I mean, that would be hella funny, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. So we're gonna hard reset this, because this is no way. What do you guys think? Is it supposed to take this long? I don't think I've ever had Linux installation take just to allocate space. Isn't this the lovely thing about Linux? Just things, when it works, it's awesome, and then when it doesn't, it's like, what the heck? Oh, I didn't? No, there's no progress bar. It's literally just like dim the screen and then oh yeah, because that's the size. These are not the partitions. These are just the folders, the mount points. The other ones in here were different sizes. That was the 1 gigabyte, the 300 megabytes, and then the remaining space. All right, let's Alright, well, I mean, yeah, I agree. It would have been nice. But I didn't want to, like, lose all my games and then have to re-download them. So we're just going to start this over and hope that the second time it works better. Thing is, like, I've done partitions before, and it's been fine. But I've mostly worked with Ubuntu, in terms of Linux distros. I did do Arch once. Man, that install was a time and a half. Why did I do that? Yes. The annoying. That was the plan. Well, I mean, that is the plan. Hopefully we get to it in this stream where I at least can start gaming in Bazzite. But if I can't, I'll try to make like a video on it to benchmark the differences. All right. Nobara, I haven't heard of that. Oh. I'll have to read more on this for next time. Or honestly. All right. Let's try this again. All right, so now I'm going to, where's it? There we go. Make an EFI partition. We're gonna label this. And we're gonna mount it to boot.efi. And we're gonna set this to 300. Okay. Wait. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so it's 300. Go back to free space. We're gonna add another. This one will be ext4. This will be 1 gig. This will be our boot. And we will mount it to boot folder. Alright. So far, we got 300 and a gig. Now we'll allocate the rest of this. Wait. Yeah, that was ext4 and EFI. I'm just making sure everything is right. Then we are going to do... There you are. Let me just double check that I have the mount point correct here in the according to the documentation. Alright, yeah, I don't think I need to put anything here. So it's the rest of the space. Cool. Okay. Now we have this. And then it says that we gotta do... Yeah, so even here, we're just making sub-volumes. You can't really allocate space here, and that's what they say too. Which one did I already make? I made root. So we need var now. And now we have our home. Now what if we come back to this? Okay, this all looks good. Our home, our root directory, and our var directory. Okay, so let's just come back to this for a second. Now if we hit done. Oh no. It's doing the same thing where it just grays out and it doesn't want to cooperate. This is the best part of Linux, right? You just gotta troubleshoot what the hell is going on. I have an idea. So I'm really using like an old flash drive. I do wonder if I move over to a faster one, if we can get this going. I'll be right back in 30. Maybe they're auto partitioning. What do you mean by that exactly? Lovely. We are back. Oh, I see what you mean. I see. We could try that. Third time's the charm. If this doesn't work, I'm trying a new flash drive. I'm just wondering if it's running really slow. But I don't think so. But we'll try things. Alright, let's try. You're just saying, what does custom do? Yeah, let's just try automatic. But then wouldn't it overwrite? Ah, it will make it already. Even when we do this, it just grays out. Alright, I'm gonna try one more thing. Yeah, it could have been a bad ISO, but installation. It will give us a chance maybe to try Belina Etcher. We could try that too. What do you guys think? Rufus or Belina Etcher? Also, thank you guys for helping me with this. This is great. Alright, let's hop into Windows. Belina Etcher with Ventoy? I've never done that. So let's try it. I can minimize this now. Cause this should, yeah, hopefully be working now. And then we shall try Ventoy. All right, let's try. Hopefully this works better. Thank you, guys. Got 3 minutes. How are you guys enjoying your weekend? You know, I'm kind of curious while this is going. Let's pop into disk management. This is going a lot faster than the first time. Oh, that's good to know about Ventoy. Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning a lot. Thank you. Now I'm curious, like, well, I got the Belina Etcher going, so I'm curious, like, if this fails, we'll try Ventoy next, because I got the install right there. Alright, I downloaded the, Also, disk management takes forever. Oh, I'm glad it validates too. I did do the checksum to make sure the ISO was good. So yeah, maybe it was just that the install on the flash drive was not good. Oh. That is fine. Alright, moment of truth. Alright. Let's restart. I'm gonna swap over to my other device. And start spamming the crap out of the boot. Yeah, hopefully we can get this working. We can try some games out. Or I can even do a second stream. Because the beautiful thing is you can always get these things to work. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more tinkering, but once you figured it out. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed here, but the font is fitting my monitor better. I don't know if that means that this was better. Oh no. This might be worse. LOL. This is so funny. Unable to enumerate USB device. Wait, what? I'll give this 30 seconds. All right, we're doing Ventoy this time. It didn't even show up the second time. Do you guys want to meet my kitty? She wants to come up. Come on up, Izzy Boo. Do you want to say hi to everybody? She loves sitting with me and gaming. Here, let me try to... Okay, she's moving around too much. She's the cutest tuxedo cat that has ever lived. Alright. Let's go back. Okay. We got Ventoy going. Oh, there's multiple applications. I see. I think I might need to. What's up? Is he? 1 second, 1 second. She's a chatty Cathy. I love it. It's like so adorable. Hi, Izzy. Do you want to help me figure this out? What? Is his right protected? I've never heard of that. Okay, we're gonna do some Googling here. Figure out why this is device protected. You always... Okay, Izzy. Oh, we can come back to this. Computers always find new ways to, like, not work. It's always entertaining, isn't it? Maybe that's why, I think that's why it failed, is because it was write protected for some reason. Are you seeing this girl? Oh, you guys are not seeing her. She is literally, this is actually hilarious. She's like, you must not work. You must not do anything. I think this is better for you guys to stare at right now. There she is. And then we'll have her in the corner there. While I I'm gonna grab a new flash drive. And then now she's headbutting me. Thou shalt not pass. I will be right back in 30 seconds, that is. I got a flash drive. This time. Oh, Izzy, you left? Wow, I got up for like a second and she's like, peace out, folks. We'll bring this back in view then. All right. And this time, we are going to use a USB-C drive, flash drive. So there should not be any concerns about the write speeds and the read speeds. There we go. I love the NKSM too, but except for the part where all the IO's in the back, so I always have to like reach over and take care of that. Wait, so why? Ah, gotta refresh. There we go. All right. Now we're doing it with Ventoy this time. We're gonna drab. Let me know if I did something wrong, but I formatted it, copying it over now. I think this is the one, guys. One minute and 45 seconds. Oh, I just thought the other reason I was thinking about Bazzite is according to their website. Who knows what to believe anymore. It has support for like controllers and stuff right out of the box. And so I like to use keyboard and mouse for many games, but like some games like Black Myth Wukong, Elden Ring, I go DS5. And so I want it to be able to, I mean, like, there's so many problems already. So I wanted to have something that would also work straight out of the box. Hopefully. We'll find out. Right? We'll see how seamless. So far, Bazzite has not been doing a good job. Just saying. But that could have been my fault. Yes, I use the controller over Bluetooth for Windows, but I also have a USB-C cable if I need to for Linux. Because who knows how the Bluetooth driver install is going to go. I'm assuming you asked because there's probably issues with that. right. All right, let's see how Ventoy goes. And this different flash drive. All right, let me restart and make this big and start spamming. All right. Here we go. Oh, thank you for checking. All right. At least we got booted in. Now after that second flash drive fiasco. I hope, actually. All right. Here we go, guys. Cross your fingers. Hop in here. I'm gonna do the advanced again, just because that's allegedly how you're supposed to do it. Oh. Oh, okay. Wait, no. Why did I do that? I have both, but I normally play with the PS5 controller at the moment. God damn it. I should not have done that, but that's okay. So the error there was just telling me there was no EFI partition, which I was gonna make. So, thank you. And then I just got kicked out. All right, here we go. Let's try doing this. And making this nice. All right. We're gonna go into here. We're gonna go into here. We're gonna do advanced. All right, here we go. The 50th time is the charm. We'll hop into free space. We will first make our EFI partition. We will call this Bazzite EFI, and we will mount this to boot.EFI. Oh. We'll change this to 300 megabytes. Excellent. Go there. ext4. Now we're just doing 1 gigabyte. Whoops. We'll do 1 gigabyte here. This is our Bazzite boot, and our mount point is boot. Okay, ext4, EFI, and then the final. This will just be our file system for the remaining. Okay. Now we're going to call this root. And this is going to be our root directory, so that'll just be that. Oh, nice. Thank you for checking that for me. You're the best. Now we have got our var and our var. And finally home, which will be in the var subdirectory and then home. Okay, so we got var, home, root, var. Okay, great. Let me hop over here. We got EFI, ext4, and then btrfs for Bazzite. Oh, cross our fingers. I'm gonna hit done now. I don't think it worked. So the last thing I'm going to try now is I will just do the automatic installation. Because I want to do something. Because I think also the automatic installation will tell us if the ISO is just bad, like completely. I didn't think it was, but. We might lose Windows, but that's okay. If this doesn't work, I will I'll wipe the drive and just, because installing Windows is easy. But I'll just wipe the drive and install Bazzite on a clean drive. This part is probably the part where we get some coffee, I'm assuming. Or okay, it progressed and it moved. So that's a good sign. Let's I have an idea. While we let it do its thing. Let's try out a little mini game on macOS. Install still going. Oh, it just completed. Of course, as soon as it heard you say that it takes a long time, and it was like, Let's see what it boots into first. Okay, so this is the furthest we've made it. This is the furthest we've made it, guys. Okay, this is step 2, I guess. Updating cards. Please wait. This might take a while. You can see all of Izzy's hair from her rubbing up against. Where is she? She's not in the near vicinity. She loves sitting in chairs, and we got several chairs. But she's not in any of them. What is it doing? Is this the I thought I was getting like a gray screen of death or something, like the blue screen. But it flashed off for a second and now it's back. So maybe it's just doing its thing. Well, we made it past faster than Is it trying, but... What a wonderful Sunday afternoon. It's really nice out here. I don't know how much better than it will be than Mint. I guess we'll find out. Alright, we see a Bazzite logo. Dude, can I not get past this gray screen? So far, I think it's worse than Mint because Mint can get installed. Linux shouldn't take this long to boot. Let me try, maybe it's because there's two versions, so I'm thinking maybe it's the second version. Okay. Let's just try that. See if that works. I think we have like the gray screen of death or something. Alright guys, I'm doing what needs to be done. I am murdering Windows. Because according to Reddit, Windows causes problems with Bazzite. But let's be real, Windows causes problems with everything. Wait, what if, one more thing, it's just, no, because that would just bring us back into the grub. Yeah, we're going in here, and we are murdering Windows Done with it. Yeah, I'm removing Windows. It's okay. Windows is very easy to install, and I still have my product key and everything. So if I actually want it back, I can get it back pretty easily. Let me just head back into disk. I actually don't have that many apps on there. All my Steam games are also on my other hard drive. So it made... Bro, it made these partitions. Wait a second. Because I just wanted to look at disk management, though. I see. I can try that, too. I did do automatic the first time. Let's just see what happens if I go in here. Oh yeah, it's just going back into here, which doesn't work. Let's just reboot. I just wanted to double check that. But yeah, I can... You're right. I shouldn't have booted into Windows. I should have just went back into the bootable drive. Yeah, I mean, I like testing things, and I have my MSI Afterburner settings configured, saved on a separate drive, and I don't use Windows for anything valuable. And my games are also on the other drive, so fuck it, you know? Let's do it for the views. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm just really curious. I like working in like, I use Mac terminal a lot, and Linux is like very one-to-one with that. And so I use Linux here and there, especially when I have to like log into clusters. And so I just been thinking about it a lot that, you know what? Oh. No! Sounds good. See you in 10. And I don't know if you guys have been following, but ever since the Lenovo Legion Go S came out, there's been a lot of like people have been like showing how, I mean, on the handhelds at least, like how much better Linux is. And so this got me really where I was like, I gotta go back. Gotta go back to Linux. Also, Windows just has so much bloatware. I've even like followed an installation guide to like remove bloatware, and it's still bloated. Okay, we're back here. For like what? I should make a counter at this point of how many times I've come back to that logging screen. Yeah, let's just delete the whole thing. Delete all. There it is, guys. Windows is gone. Oh. Oh, I see what's going on. Hello. All right. We're doing this again. And worst case, if I regret this, yeah, I'll uninstall it, and Windows is really easy to install. With how shitty Windows is, I've had to install it like 5 times. Seriously, like I'll turn it on and just be like, oh, we, for some reason, fucked up, and Windows is not recoverable. And I'm like, fantastic. It's like such a big corporation, and oh my god. LOL. All right. Since we're waiting for that, and it took some time last time. Let's have some fun. I am going to Oh, now you guys can see all your chats. There you go. Can you guys hear it? Let me make sure. Yeah. Yep. Now we're on Mac OS. I use them all. Wait. Let's there we go. Let's see if macOS can run this at 120 frames per second. Can I share a specific? I was trying to. Here we go. And now you guys can watch me play this game while also keeping an eye on the install. All right. What are the up, down, left? Wait, no way. What? Who made those the default? Left shift is to grab. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh shit! You're right, man. Why did it get disconnected with the API bus? I don't get this at all. Let's see how this goes. I swear to God, guys, if we get another gray screen of death. Have any of you guys played Inside before? I think we got another gray screen. Oh, I just died. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, it's a great experience. 10 out of 10. Oh, we're in! Holy shit! Okay. Let's quit out of this for a second. Guys, we're in! Oh my god. Now, what did I set the password to? Nah, I'm just kidding. We are in, guys. We are in. Epic. Oh. Right. I gotta do this. They're already ready to go with Steam. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours exactly, according to OBS. Alright, let's Alright, I'm just gonna pause this for a hot sec. Just gonna sign in. Thank you guys for like sticking with me on this. You guys are epic. All right, let me let's hop in and So it's telling me so far. Here, let me actually get us back and connected. Oh. I don't know why. I don't know if anybody else uses OBS, but it loves whenever I add things to like go upside down to start. Every single thing. All right. Let's make this bad boy big. There we go. Let's make my face smaller. All right. Now, according to this, it's saying the refresh rate is variable 200 to 239.9. It's 248 hertz refresh rate. I don't know yet if that's true. Let me actually, that's actually pretty rapid. You probably aren't seeing it on the camera because you guys are locked at 60 FPS on the stream. But this is actually quite smooth. So I believe it so far. So hopefully it stays that way. But that's cool that so far it's at least one thing is good. Let's minimize Steam for a second. Okay. Now we're in. It was at 1080p before. Now we're at 1440p. Now, the next thing we're gonna try is, I know someone mentioned that dual monitor, like monitor setups, doesn't work super well. I'm not using multiple monitors, but I'm essentially using multiple monitors because now I'm going to re-plug in my capture card and see if it detects it to start. And if we can mirror it, so then we can move out of this weird, not so good resolution situation. So let's see how this goes. Okay. All right. Okay. Please stop flashing. Please tell me you stop flashing. Okay. So it sees my Asus, and it sees the Elgato capture card. Now, can I mirror them? Hit apply. Keep changes. Now we'll swap over to here. Let's turn this off. Oh my God. We are in business, folks. I just gotta. That is what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me. What is going on here? All right. We're in. Now, let's see if Bluetooth can work. Let's try to connect the DS5. Okay, those are all random. There it is. Are we in? Are we in? Oh, we're connected. We got the light. This is great. All right. Let's hop into Steam. Oh no, actually, there is another thing I wanted to do first. Let's hop into terminal. And we are going to install Mango HUD, which is kind of like an MSI Afterburner replacement that I found. We'll see how, I've never used it before. We'll see how it goes. And that way we can also see some benchmarks. So let me find the Fedora. Come on, fingers. Okay. So let's see. So if you can see there, let me see if I can make this. Yeah, I'll zoom in. Hopefully you guys can see that better. So I just got it from the Git repository. And then we can see here when I did ls, we have the Mango. So we're gonna just switch our directory. So now we're in there. And then I'm just following. Do you know if it is? Let me check. Here, let me just Dude, you are the bomb. It is already installed. Oh no, they just searched it. But we can just install it from Flatpak instead. Wait, no. That is mango juice. What am I doing? I see. You are exactly correct. Oh, we don't need that. We can do that. We don't need that. See, that's, I think, guess one benefit of Bazzite. I'm assuming other Linux distros don't just have this. I don't know, other people. Let's do that. We get temps. Let's do memory. Refresh rate. Yeah, we don't need that. We can do that. I like the histogram because you can see when it stutters. That looks great. Oh. Right. Because the 9800X 3D has integrated graphics, that's what GPU 0 and GPU 1 are. Okay. Gotcha. Thanks for telling me. You guys are awesome. This has been so great, like, just chatting with you guys, and you guys have been super helpful. Let me, I know in MSI Afterburner, they usually will tell you which one's which. I'm almost positive that if we test it, GPU 1 is probably the RTX 5080. I mean, that's what it is in Windows 2, and the GPU 0 is the 9800X 3D. But here we go. Yeah. So this is the integrated graphics on the CPU. So let's just do that. And now if we test. Wonderful. All right. So there is another software called, I had it up before. Where did it go? In my notes. Green with Envy. And that can be used with overclocking. I didn't see details about how you could undervolt in Linux. It wasn't super clear. But let's I want to test out what? I thought Elden Ring was available on Linux. You can play it on the Steam Deck. What? That is crazy. Oh. Do you know what Steam setting we have to enable? Oh, I'm not in bed. I'm in a chair. Maybe it's because of my sweatshirt. Okay, so it's settings and enable compatibility for all games. Okay. Here we go. I see. That's fine. You guys are the best. All right. I think internet should be good. Oh my lord. Please tell me that's not the actual internet speed. That better go higher. Okay, I think it was just stabilizing. Dude, this should be like 5 to 800. Maybe I need a LAN driver. How's been my Bazzite experience? I mean, I've used Linux before. I mean, I've gotten like Ubuntu to dual boot with Windows so much better, so much faster than this Bazzite experience thus far. But let's see how it is when we get in. Okay, I think we're getting our internet back. Alright, great. So this should download much faster. Probably 5 minutes or so. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick pee break. You guys have been absolutely awesome with helping me throughout this. I'm excited to see how this runs. Elden Ring on Windows, every time I boot it up, I need to disable their easy anti-cheat software and the game bar. Otherwise, I will just have it freeze during the playthrough. Like, I'll just be playing and it'll just stop. The frame would freeze and I would be stuck there. And sometimes it would happen like when I was in the middle of a boss battle and then it would unfreeze and I'd be dead. And so let's see if I can boot Elden Ring, play it without modifying anything, and if it gets... I mean, I was getting consistent 60 frames per second without a problem. I mean, it's not a super graphically intensive game. But let's hope that we don't experience any stuttering. But I'm excited. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, I'm back. I will say that the most recent Linux I used was Arch Linux, and I installed it from scratch and like had to install the GUI and everything. And to be able to just hop into Linux, have my PS5 controller connect, have Bluetooth already be working, LAN already be working, that I would say I really appreciate. Arch is nice. It really like allowed me to a chance to like understand what the hell Linux does sometimes, or like how like to manually do everything from terminal. But honestly, for gaming, it's nice to have some of these things come working right out of the box. There we go. Also, I think I low-key realized what the gray screen of death was. So what I got it to finally appear, because it kept like recycling and like disappearing. So I disconnected the capture card. I don't know if it was like the first install or like the first boot. I'll find out when I boot it again if I need to like disconnect that. But yeah, I think now that I have this here, I might end up just migrating. I might just partition my other drive that has Windows. I mean, that has my Steam games for Windows. And then have Windows install, so that way I don't have to wipe out the game library there. And then just, all you have to do is just reconnect the Steam library from the settings. And then try dual booting that way. I'll keep you guys posted. So this is what I normally do. Yeah, so one thing I was wondering, well, I don't think it's recognizing it right now because it's NTFS. But like when I've had to reinstall Windows and then reconnect, like here, like add the drive, I'll just add my, you know, the second drive, the SNA50. I noticed that it needs to like reinstall the Microsoft distributables for .NET 12 or something. And so I don't know if like you could use that same game build on both Linux and Windows. Because wouldn't like Linux needs Proton and then Windows needs .NET. Could you use that same? But in theory, like this would be like playing on like my Steam Deck, and since I have cloud save enabled, I should be able to continue off where I was. Because we also just didn't touch the game library. Oh, you need to install NTFS 3G? Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. Oh, you do it. Oh. That's cool. Thanks for telling me about this. Alright, NTFS 3G. I'll probably do that offline and try it out. Ah. Interesting. NTF. Yeah, I may end up just dual booting. The other thing that's really nice is I might just look into the BIOS if I can do this. But I undervolt my 5080 and overclock it, so I'll like add plus 4030 plus 430-ish on the voltage curve in MSI Afterburner. But then I also cap it at 940 millivolts. And man, I have seen such a huge difference in temps. I was streaming Assassin's Creed Shadows, and I was like at 80 Celsius when I just had it at the base 5080 settings, and then I applied my voltage curve on it, and it dropped to like 58 Celsius, and I didn't lose any like frame rate at all. And I was like, I like couldn't believe like how much of a temperature difference I saw that. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is like because there's no MSI Afterburner on Linux. I don't know if you guys know of a way to undervolt on Linux, because all the things I found, like the overclockers, you just set the... Oh, I actually have a KVM switch. That's how I very seamlessly switch between my MacBook and my desktop, is I have the same peripherals, and then I just connect my Mac to my other monitor, and that's connected to the KVM switch, and then I just quickly do that. But no way am I installing. So this way I get to have all three operating systems and get to take advantage of all their advantages. Undervolt GPU. Ten more gigabytes. We are almost there. For CPU, I normally run just the normal like memory overclock settings to get it to the full, I think, oh, what am I running at here? 6,000? Yeah, for DDR5. Ah, that's good to know, thank you. We got so many Linux experts. Yeah, I saw about Green with Envy, but it seemed like with Green with Envy, you could only do clock speed and memory. But like you couldn't manually cap the voltage. But honestly, I might just end up doing that because I'm kind of curious to see what it would do. Oh. Oh, you can. Nice. I'll have to look into that. Here, let me let's while we wait for this. Yeah, so this is what I've seen. Oh. Let's while we wait, let's pop in the terminal. Oh. Nope. Oh. Let me try that. It didn't let me. It just skips the line. I'm definitely gonna have to refresh my memory on some keyboard shortcuts in Linux. That's the one hard thing about like constantly switching. The number of times I hit like control or command in the wrong one. Oh. Can't spell Flatpak. Well, that didn't work. Alright. I'll probably tinker around with this after. Or maybe I need to... I think Flatpak should be installed. Okay. Now... Control-Shift-V does work, so thank you. Ah, so I didn't have Flatpak. Alright, now we can just... No, this is a EXE. What it... Why is it, It recognizes it. Well, don't know why. Wait a second. You can just add values here? Seems like you could offset it in their little Nvidia. No? Alright, let's just play with the base settings. Because I think that's done. I can figure this out later. Oh yeah, I can do that. Ah, okay. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Still launching. This is too funny. The heck is... Oh. Linux for gaming, huh, guys? Oh no, the easy anti-cheat. That's fine. All right. Thanks, dude. Thanks all so much for your help. Don't think you guys can actually hear anything right now from the game. Oh. Oh my god. This is awful. Holy crap. This is so stuttery. Oh my. Let's I wanna oh, here we go. Does that help at all? Yeah, it must be the yeah, it's the HDMI. Let me just make sure. Does this need to be open? Nope. So that did not work. It works, but it doesn't want to. Oh. Thank you. I can try that real quick. Let's go. Thank you. This looks just horrible. 26. Absolute garbage. Let's see if I can beat a boss like this. This is so bad. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do actually? Let's just for the sake of wait, I don't need to do this. I already unlocked. That's an excellent point. Yeah, why is the GPU at 16% usage? That's probably why this looks so shit. That must be it, because it shouldn't be at 20%. How the heck do I set which GPU is being used? I definitely think that was a good point. I think it's running on the CPU because Elden Ring usually, yeah, but on Windows it was running at like 40%. That's true. Maybe on Linux it needs even less overhead. So, but why the fuck is it so stuttery? Let's just do a mild overclock. Oh. Yeah, we gotta go back to the... Should I try disabling the CPU one in the BIOS? I really don't think GPU should be at 10% usage, you know? %14%? Okay, yeah. Let's test this. Let's see what this looks like. No, it's just running like shit on Linux. It's not using integrated graphics. Did it just crash? I don't think Elden Ring in... You know, I thought it was going to go a lot smoother because on the Steam Deck, it's like Steam Deck verified. Yeah, it is running on... This is... not fun at all. Who am I facing here? Wait, really? Okay. Well, if a boss is that easy, then sure. This shitty frames per second works fine. But damn, I would not play. I'm definitely gonna have to do a dual boot with Windows. Holy crap. This was so disappointing. Can I at least ride my horse? All right. So far, Bazzite and Elden Ring do not mix. Let's see. I think that gnome don't want to allow tearing, force triple buffering. You know, I wonder, that's actually a good point. I wonder if what if we go into display settings? Oh boy. What if I cap the display at 60 hertz? No, wait, what? Yeah, I think because the VRR says 200 to 240, so that could be the problem. Um, yeah, exactly. The VRR, when I started using the capture card, it's been. Yeah, this is variable up to 60 hertz. And then what if we do cap this at 60, hit apply. Okay, this is definitely 60 hertz that I'm seeing here. Now, if I mirror it, it goes back. My heading setting the display. Yeah, I set it to display 60. But then if I try to mirror it for the capture card, then it just shits the bed and goes back to normal. Let's see what it looks like if I you guys won't see actually let's see if this works. We'll try our best. Hope for the best. But we definitely need Windows. Let's just see what this looks like. Oh my god, this is butter, guys. This is the actual 60 frames per second now. It was a stupid capture card. So I might go and figure out what the situation is. If Elgato has like a driver on Linux that I could use that could make things a little easier, because I know they have it on both Mac and Windows. But this is so much better. I'm getting a stable 60 frames per second now. We're running at 30% GPU usage for people and 52 degrees Celsius. So just so people can see that better. I still think this can be done. So yeah, if you actually want to just play and chill, this actually works totally fine. I mean, this honestly feels just like Windows, except two things. I will say the temps are a little hotter, but not a big deal in this game. And I think that's because I have a pretty good undervolt setting I configured in Windows and MSI Afterburner. However, what is super nice to see is that GPU usage of the RTX 5080 right now. I mean, I'm getting solid 60 frames per second, is hovering between 22 and 30 max of usage. Whereas on Windows, it's running 41 to 50%. Which, who the hell attacked me? Which could be due to all of Windows overhead. But man, this is nice. The frame time is very stable. I will try to see if I can get the capture card working in Linux. I'll probably tinker on with this offline, but this is nice. I love this. And I'll probably tinker also. I might end up, because of the open Nvidia driver versus proprietary, have to do a reinstall. But honestly, now that we've understood what's been going on. But yeah, this is nice. So that way I can also apply the undervolt. Because then I'm curious to see if I can apply those undervolt with the memory clock and GPU clock speed increases. So like the undervolt plus the overclock. How much better we can get. Also, this is what I mean about the Bloodhound thing. It is just so easy to just wallop people. 1 slash and they're done. Must be a treasure around here. I hope this was entertaining for everybody. I'm gonna keep tinkering with this offline, and I will probably make up a follow-up video about this. But this was really a group effort. Thank you to everybody in the chat who was helping, sending command line scripts, giving suggestions. That was awesome. I had a lot of fun with you guys. Just to show you again, I mean, temps and usage and stable 60 frames per second. So good. CPU usage is also way down. 25% on Windows. It's often hovering around 50%. So, yeah, it took quite a while. We are now 3 hours into the stream to like really get everything figured out. But I feel like this is just how it goes with Linux. Is that it just takes time to tinker. But you learn a lot. And that's what I also love about Linux. Is you just learn so much about what your system is doing. And in the Googling, you just figure out what these settings are. Okay. But yeah, if you enjoyed the content, please like, subscribe if you want to see more of this. I should very much try to, once I get a tinkering with this and have time to like look around for the proper command lines, and if I do need to reinstall Bazzite with the proprietary, I'll keep you guys posted on that. But this was a blast. I thank everybody for tuning in and sitting with me for 3 hours or however long you did, as I failed with the partitions, but then we got it to work, and I will bring Windows probably back 2, so that way we can also see just side-by-side comparisons. Hi, Johnny. But yeah, for here, let's see if we can beat this guy quickly. I'll make this more fun. I'll get off my... I'm going to show you guys how easy the Bloodhound Fang is in making this game. If you think this game is hard, it's definitely challenging for sure. But if you get the right weapons and you take the time, it can be done. So that's all it for now for today. Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate the like and the subscribe. This has been great, guys. I'll try to stream again. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, you can rebase without a reinstall. That's really good to know. Yeah, I'll thank you guys so much for your help. I will keep looking into this too, and see if I can get this working on Bazzite. Um, Also, if you have an AMD GPU, so if you got the new 9070 XT or the non-XT version or any other AMD GPU, SteamOS is available now. So you can just install it on any hardware. I mean, that's AMD hardware. Um, so if you do have AMD, you could just use SteamOS. Um, but I do want to see how well I can get this working on Nvidia GPUs, because that still is the big market share. And so, yeah, well, I'll keep you guys posted. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.